What is going on, guys? This is Crows, and I finally got a third game that I can put on my channel, which is Dishonored 2. I actually have a lot of ideas for this game. I can make all kinds of character build guides showing you different playstyles and showing you how a build would look capped out with all the powers and enhancements that you would need. But for this particular video, I just want to go into something very simple just to see if you guys are interested in more Dishonored 2 content. And I want to go into Bonecharm crafting and make a whole little guide for this. So it's something that you can get very early in the game. It only requires one rune, and you should by all means get this on any kind of character or any kind of playstyle that you are doing, because it is probably the best single enhancement that you can get in this game. So you want to go ahead and get this, and once you unlock this thing, now if you go over to your Bonecharm section, you will get this newly crafted craft Bonecharms thing unlocked here, which then you can sacrifice your Bonecharms and get the effects of whatever you sacrifice. So you can sacrifice regular Bonecharms, you can sacrifice black Bonecharms and corrupted Bonecharms, but if you take a look over there on the right, you will not receive traits if you sacrifice black or corrupted Bonecharms. So you should probably always keep these and never sacrifice the black or corrupted ones, and only sacrifice the regular ones, since these will actually give you the trait. So we can just take a look, and let's go ahead and sacrifice some random 4 different ones here. And then once you sacrifice 4 of them, then you have these options where you can craft them with 2 traits, 3 traits, or 4 different traits. So let's go all the way out to the maximum, and let's go and craft a single Bonecharm with 4 different traits on it. So as you see now, we have 4 different regular Bonecharm traits that we can go ahead and craft in one single Bonecharm, which makes it a lot better, and it saves you 3 slots if you do this, making it to where you can use other Bonecharms. Now, once this thing is crafted, you can see that sometimes you will get a corrupted Bonecharm, because that's how it works whenever you craft a Bonecharm with 4 effects. Regardless whether you get more perks or not, you will still have a slight chance of getting a corrupted Bonecharm when you craft 4 traits. And as you see here, it says you take more damage from explosions. Now, that could be significant depending on your playstyle, but a lot of times if you do not like that you get a corrupted Bonecharm, you can simply just save your game before you craft any Bonecharms. And then if you do get a corrupted Bonecharm, or if you do get a bad trait that you do not like, you can simply just reload your save and try again until you get one that's not corrupted, and so forth. So that is a way that you can kind of bypass the system. But we can go ahead and equip this little Bonecharm here that we just made, and now as you see, we have 4 different traits all in one single Bonecharm. Now the thing I wanted to go more into, and what makes this thing so great and probably the best enhancement that you can get, is trait synergy, which is on the right side of this little perk tree, which makes it to where you can stack one trait up to 4 times in a single Bonecharm. So going back over to our craft Bonecharms, now that we unlocked that, let's go ahead and sacrifice another single Bonecharm, which let's go ahead and let's do a really cool one, like let's see here, let's go for Swift Shadow, which our movement speed will be slightly faster while we are in stealth mode or while we are crouched. So now if we go ahead, we can actually go and craft the Swift Shadow effect, which means that we can have this stacked 4 times all in one single Bonecharm, which makes it incredibly useful and very powerful. And just to show you guys an example, if you only have one of these equipped, it's really not going to make a huge difference. But when you stack Swift Shadow 4 times in one single crafted Bonecharm, it makes it to where you will be moving much faster than just one of these effects that you would have equipped. And I actually won't show this though, because I don't want to show you guys any spoilers as to where I am in the game right now. But that is basically what makes it to where this is probably the best thing that you can get in this game. So now we can go over here, and now we have a crafted Bonecharm number 2 with Swift Shadow stacked 4 times in one single Bonecharm, which makes it to where your stealth or your crouch speed is going to be way faster than your walking speed. Like it's not even going to be a huge you can basically, what I mean is, you can really tell that it's going to be a huge difference whenever you have 4 of these versus just one of them equipped. And that is really what makes this thing so powerful. Now, You can go ahead and get these on the left side, but this really is the weak part of this whole skill tree. Witchcrafting just makes it to where you get a lower chance of corruption with 3 or 4 traits. And then if you go ahead and get master crafting, it makes it to where you can get 3 traits without any corruption. But like I said, you can just reload your save if you are worried about corruption effects in the first place. So the only real reason to even go into this left tree is if you want to craft more runes for your character. So now if we go ahead and unlock that, we will get a whole new thing on this side, which will allow us to sacrifice or craft runes using raw whalebone. So and as you see here, we can go ahead and craft an extra rune using 9 raw whalebone that you get from the game, and now we actually have 1 extra rune than we did before. But realistically speaking, I don't think it's really worth it, because more times than not, you're not going to need all of these powers and enhancements for one of your playstyles. And even though you do not get all of the runes, and you can't max out every single power and enhancement because there's just not enough runes in the game for that, you really don't need to go crazy and unlock and max out this whole skill tree regardless of your playstyle, because a lot of them aren't going to be even necessary, or a lot of them are not going to really fit your playstyle. So that's just my take on it. But what I mainly want to get out of this and show you guys is Bonecharm crafting combined with trait synergy makes it to where you have probably the best single enhancement in this game when you combine both of these together. And then from the left side, that's on you guys if you want to go ahead and get those. But that is really it for this guide, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and hope you know how to make some of the best single bonecharms in this game now. And I will see you guys later, and let me know if you want to see more Dishonored 2 guides. And yeah, I am out, so peace out, guys.